Hi, everybody. I wanted to come on and talk about fear and just the power that fear seems to be having right now on all of us, and how we can stop fear in its tracks and not let fear control us and dictate our every move. So, and also maybe how to harness fear as well and use fear as a mechanism to make some changes that will help us. So, I think we all know fear is a negative emotion, and outside of the protective mechanism that it serves for our survival, it can really wreak havoc on our immune system. It can really just cause us a lot of stress and chaos. And so I want to get on and just help you guys today with a few tips and hopefully encourage you all to not live in fear. Sorry, I forgot to turn my phone off. So really quick, how to stop fear in its tracks. There's lots of different techniques that I use, from exercise to just getting outside, being outside, enjoying nature, appreciating nature, looking at nature, feeling the ground under my feet, looking up at the sky. Just there's so many different ways to do it. So list a few things that I use, and then try to do something that speaks to you. So if you feel yourself feeling fearful or feeling anxious about the situation at hand, really try to mix things up a little bit. Do something different than what you've been doing. Because if you're feeling paralyzed by fear, or if you're feeling hysterical and panicked, it's not going to do you any good. It's not going to do your family any good. It's not going to do us good collectively, because I think energetically we're all connected. So let's try to, one, think positively, and two, let's try to help each other. So that's what I hope to do with this quick video today, is just give you some ideas on things that you can try. And it's nothing new, it's nothing you haven't heard before, but sometimes we need reminders. We need to remember at a time like this that we are in charge of us, and there's lots of things in the world we can't control right now, that we wish were different, but we can control us and we can control our environment. And so let's make peace with that and really embrace that today if we can. So exercise, if you can go on a walk, even go on a jog. I have a trampoline in my backyard we jump on, and the kids love that. And I'm going to get on there with them later today too. So do something that gives you pleasure. Even just, putting on some music, listening to music, dancing around. Movement can really be helpful to relieving stress and relieving fear. A lot of times the adrenals play a big part in fear. So avoiding caffeine can be a good technique too. Avoiding caffeine is, it seems like necessary at a time like this when you're feeling stressed out or you feel like you have things you need to get done, but really cutting that out will help to calm the adrenals. And there's also some adaptogenic herbs you can try for the adrenals. So if you want ideas about that, you can reach out to me. But you can get like a really nice, adrenal formula and supplement that way if you think you're having some adrenal fatigue or you're feeling really stressed. And that can help to keep yourself a little bit calmer. So getting outside, exercising, music, dance, like I said, all types of movement are great. Nature is wonderful. Fresh air is wonderful. Don't be afraid to let fresh air in your house. Also, meditating, being still can be really helpful to quieting the mind, calming the chaos, because a lot of the fear comes from the thoughts and the mind, and we can't, sometimes our minds are great tools, but they run away from us. We can't always control those thoughts. And so kind of bringing them back in by focusing on the breath and doing deep breathing, doing meditation techniques. There's so many great things online now. If you go on YouTube and research, there's fire breathing, there's Kundalini yoga techniques that are wonderful that I really, really love. There's some really simple things. It's not just all about like counting breaths or ignoring thoughts. There's a lot more to it. So look into that. Feel free to reach out if you want specific ideas about those things. There's a lot of stuff available out there online, and that's, thankfully still something we all have, right? Is even if we're stuck in our homes, we have access to the internet for the most part. We should all be able to find those resources. So, those are a few things. Another thing that I like to do is take a detox bath. I enjoy taking a bath at least a couple times a week, and I like to make it hot, so I'm sweating too. So I'm kind of like detoxing a little more. But I put Epsom salts in there, I put baking soda in there, essential oils in there. Sometimes I use seaweed, sea salts. There's all sorts of ways to do it. But Epsom salts in particular can be really relaxing and also really detoxing for the body. So great thing to do if you're feeling stressed out. Put a little music on. Make sure it's relaxing music, but don't fall asleep because that could be unsafe. And don't make it, too hot. Sorry, I'm feeling a little fidgety today. But anyway, taking a bath is really helpful to relieving stress and getting out of the fear mode, and just kind of refocusing and quieting the mind. And like I mentioned, there are herbs that you can take. Adrenal herbs can be really helpful. There's other really relaxing herbs like lemon balm is really great, and also an antiviral too. So that's a really nice idea for a time like this. It's very subtle. Its relaxing properties are really subtle, but that is something that I would encourage. Lemon balm. Valerian root is something that can be really nice for nighttime if you're having a hard time falling asleep, like you feel like your thoughts are racing and you're just struggling with worries. So kava is good for that. There are lots of good formulas. You can get a stress relief tea. You can make that before bedtime, or get some herbal tinctures that will be really helpful. So I really like all of that stuff. And I love flower essences too. That's something that I use as well. There's, the Bach flower remedies are really readily available. I also like the Cedar salts formulas. There's an emotional detox formula, a stress relief formula. These are things you can find at the health food store. If you can't get in to get those, you should be able to still order them online as far as I know. But flower essences can be really powerful too. And those are just homeopathic remedies. They aren't herbs. They don't interfere with anything, if you're taking any types of medicine or anything. And the herbs shouldn't interfere with anything either, but the flower essences are more homeopathic remedy. And any other homeopathic stress remedies can be helpful at a time like this. And you can go to your local health food store if you're not sure which ones to buy, or you can message me and I can give you some ideas. I'd love to help you all with that. So at a time like this, I know everybody's feeling a little anxious, and if we can kind of calm the energy down a little bit, it would be, I think, really great for the world at large. And we want to be alert and aware and be able to protect ourselves and do preventative measures, but we don't want to be freaking out. So I just want to encourage you guys to do some things for yourself to maintain your composure and manage your stress, because it's natural, whether we buy into what's happening out there or not, or whether we're afraid or not afraid. I'm sure we're all having stress because people around us are stressed out, even if we're not feeling afraid. So try to stop the fear. If you're having it, try to kind of tone it down, and then harness what's left of that to use in a positive way. So it's kind of similar when you're diagnosed with cancer. Some of you, that follow me probably know, when you're diagnosed with cancer, and I talk about this a lot, like the idea of harnessing fear and using it for your benefit rather than letting it paralyze you. So we don't want to let it paralyze us, but we don't want to let it make us hysterical. We want to kind of like calm the energy down and then use what's left of that energy and like funnel it and harness it and push it into a positive measure. So that would be, taking action to mitigate stress, like we talked about, taking action to improve our health, do things that will help support our immune system. And I'll be back with another video talking about some of those things that you can do right now with diet and with herbs and things like that to help support your immune system. But for now, I just wanted to pop in and say, focus on the good, take some deep breaths. I know I'm talking kind of fast, but that's just to get it out and not be too long in this video. But take some deep breaths, try to be as calm as you can, and try to think loving thoughts, focus on the things that you love, the people that you love, and focus on giving love, even if you have to do it remotely, through video calls and things like that. But really, really, it's so important for us right now at a time like this, just collectively speaking, to gather together and be positive. So I hope this encouraged you today, and I love you all out there. I'm sending my positive thoughts and good energy out there to you all. And if you need any support, please reach out and let me know. All right, take care. Be back soon. Bye.